Okay, on that note, let's get started. Are you ready?
Ready.
We are here today with my beautiful songbird friend, Desirée Dawson. She is a singer and a songwriter, and I made up a title for you, and you can tell me if it resonates, but creative activist. And I just think of people who use their art to uplift and to maybe agitate the current narrative. And I thought that you were a perfect example of what that is. So welcome, Desirée.
Hello. I love that title.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was like, just came to me. And so people who have been watching this know the drill. Instead of the bio, we'll get to know Desirée in just a little bit into her story, but I've been playing this. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me back up. Let's take a moment and just breathe. I got all excited about getting into music. I've been doing these little heart centering exercises. So if you're watching or you're listening, just take a moment and flutter your eyes closed if you can. And really, when I tapped into the purpose of the symposium, I wanted to give people a chance to listen to the wisdom of their own heart, to be inspired by all these beautiful, amazing guests and their diverse stories, but really just to know what it feels like when that's your truth. And so we're just going to take a moment to tune into the heart and get to know. So if you'd like to, you can just place your hand on your heart. Maybe you just notice its rhythm right now. Maybe you just notice what's happening in your body. But really just being curious, cultivating curiosity when you're going into this place. There's no room for judgment. You're looking at yourself through the eyes of a loving parent, or the way that you look at your beloved, just with care and with love. And just breathing into whatever's there for you. Maybe you sense a little bit of sadness that you didn't realize was there. Or maybe some latent joy from a situation that you have just been in. Just noticing. We're just going to take 2 deep breaths together and sigh it out. That sigh is just for the nervous system, just a sign that all is well. You can relax, you're here, all is well. So just breathing in, sigh it out. Let's do one more together. Breathing in, deep sigh out. When you're ready, just fluttering your eyes back open, coming back into the space, to the here and the now. That's so nice. I can't believe I almost forgot that.
Oh, so nice.
I was just so excited about talking to you. Okay, so this game that we've been playing, I don't have a name for it. Maybe someone will help me over time cultivate a name. I kind of bit this game off of Jimmy Fallon does something kind of like this, but it's 11 questions. It's rapid fire, so it's just the first thing you think of. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. So it's like as soon as I ask you, you're answering. Are you game?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, the first one's a fill in the blank. Girls just wanna
B.
I love it. What's your favorite time of day?
5 a.m.
Yell the first word you think of when I say sex.
Great. I don't know if I yelled that.
It's all right. You can yell it later. What was your first word?
Dog.
Oh. What's this crazy thing called love all about?
Oh my goodness. What kind of question is that? It's about growing and learning.
I like it. Show me your flirty face.
Oh my God. Okay. I can't, no. I don't even know what it looks like.
Just try anything.
Okay.
That's nice. That's real nice. I like it. And it's a cute smile. What does your heart feel like right now?
Oh, joy.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
My laugh.
Why are you so relieved?
Relieved.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I so relieved?
Yeah, why are you so relieved?
Wow, I don't understand that question.
Well, you know what relief is,
Yeah.
right? You know, like if you were in a situation where you felt so relieved, this is
Yeah.
just a general, like there's a part of you that's got to be relieved about something. Why are you so relieved? Just first thing you think of.
Okay, why am I so
Nope,
relieved?
no brain, just
Okay.
automatic.
Because I'm here.
I like it. What's another word for wild?
Magic.
Sing me 10 seconds of your favorite song.
I got a lineup of girls and lineup of guys begging for me just to give them a try.
Ooh, I love that. That was the last one. What song is that? So I can write it down.
That's a Desirée song. It's
Oh my God.
figures. It's so good. You're gonna
I
love
love it. Okay, I can't wait to listen to it. Thank you. Thank you for playing along. I find it's just a way to get the energy flowing. It's a good way to get into your story. And actually, me and Desiree met in a very serendipitous way through the magic of Spotify combined with the interweb. So I'm so glad for that. And one of the first times we talked, I remember something and I wrote it down because I thought it'd be a good place to start our conversation. And it was, well, first of all, Desiree won the CBC Searchlight Canada, which is kind of the equivalent of American Idol. Am I understanding that right? Yes. So you won. What year was that?
2016.
Yes. So not in the too distant past. And I remember one of the first times we talked, she said that you almost didn't enter. And I know for a lot of people who are watching, they're on that like precipice of their dream. And I'd love you to talk me through. I know you can probably remember like your train of thought then and what pushed you over the edge, because now we get to like share your music and know you. And I'm so grateful that you did, that you entered.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting because I talk about this often, that moment of me, it was so close that I didn't apply because there's so many things I've been like disappointed or I didn't get in. So I was like, it's just going to be another one of those things. Like, why? It's not my time. I'm not ready. It was this thing about being perfect too. Like I've really been challenging that, like what is perfect even? Like, because in my mind, I was not ready. But then a friend sent me the link and was like, you should do this. And I was just like, maybe. And I kind of thought, and then last minute was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I like scrounged through my computer to find a song to apply with and a video. And like, yeah, it was just, there was this voice that was like, what, you're not going to do anything with this? Like, how could you even think you're going to do well? And then I just caught like a whisper from the other voice that was like, do it.
I love it. Yeah. And that's the voice that we really need to cultivate listening to.
Yeah, totally.
Nice. I'm so glad you made that decision at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So was there anything else that pushed you over the edge? Had you been, what was your career like before CBC?
I think, yeah, I definitely had said to myself, like, I'm ready to do this full time. And I kind of was, but it was like it felt like a lot more of a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like playing all the time, writing with people. Like I was doing this, but I was also sometimes like working at a restaurant or working at a yoga studio, and I was teaching a lot more yoga. And I kind of was just like, I feel like I want to make this more of a thing, is like music.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the contest happened and then winning, and now it's been like everything music all the time. So
I love it. So walking through that door actually did prove to be like a huge moment in your life.
Totally. Yeah.
Nice. What did you gain anything, and I'm sure you did, but I'd love to know specifically by taking that leap and putting yourself out there? Like when you played on television, was it your first time doing that? Did a lot of firsts come after that you learned a lot from and felt ready for?
It was not my first time playing on television, but it was my first time winning a giant contest on television.
Woo!
And I was saying like I have always had this weird thing about needing to be validated. Like I never want to. I want to always do it on my own and never have to have an outside source to like help me. And I've just been this like thing where I just want to like be good on my own always. But I realized there's this beauty in the fact that like, okay, like lots of Canada has decided that like they like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it was almost like that validation was necessary. Like it was just like a little bit of like, yeah, we love it. And then I was like, oh, me too. Actually, I do. Thanks for saying that, you know?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
almost like just letting myself be validated. And then that's helped me be like, okay, I'm just going to keep doing what I do.
I
Like,
love it.
so yeah.
I love it. And there's like, I don't know if you've ever taken, there's a test that you could take that tells you what type of person you are. And sometimes we think like being invited or being validated is a bad thing because we've just been told like, okay, everything's got to come from within.
Yeah.
But someone who is a mirror to you saying, I love what you do could be something so huge that can open up doors for people. So it's also nice to allow people to help us.
Yeah, and it feels like that's what we're supposed to do also as humans. And as these, like, we're supposed to share these things with each other. I don't think it's supposed to be like always a solo journey. Like,
yeah.
So that's what I'm learning.
Nice. And there's so much that we can learn in community too, is something that I've learned just from like putting myself out there in my own little platform on Instagram, you know, and having that validation back. It wasn't like, oh, feed my ego. It literally was like, I'm scared. I don't know if this is my thing yet. And people were like, oh, it's your thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it is. And I do love it. You know,
yeah.
I can relate to that being that for you.
Yeah.
So one song that you have that connected us is Wild Hearts, and I'm sure that you'll play that at some point. But can you talk a little bit about your own creative process and especially those words, like what brought that about?
With Wild Heart.
Yes.
So my album's called Wild Heart, and the whole thing was it came about because I live in Vancouver, so I'm in a busy city, and I was realizing that I had this just desire to leave the city, and I was like, I need a cabin, I needed the woods, I need alone, I need solo. And then there's also like a part of me that's like, Kate, but like that's not realistic for what you're trying to do right now. You're meant to be with people, and also I love being with people. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do in order to get the feeling that I call the wild heart feeling, which is like when I'm with the trees, when I'm just like in this like kind of place that feels a bit more real. And I was like, okay, well, I realized that I get that same feeling, like wild-hearted nature feeling, when I'm connecting with people, like the true, not like, you know, just that true, authentic, like, oh yeah, they feel that spark.
Yeah.
That is what also is Wild Heart. So then I was like, okay, how can I get this more in the city? And what I realized is there's so many people in the city who are amazing, but we're like, it's so expensive here. Everyone is just run down. They're overworked. They're so exhausted that it's really hard to connect. And so I realized like the more that I do my wild-hearted things, like singing, being with my plants, doing yoga, going outside for whatever all the little things are that make me happy, cooking, like when I give myself time to do those things, I connect with myself. And then when I'm connected with myself, I actually connect with the people around me more. And so it was kind of like an idea that maybe if we all were doing the things that nurture us more, we could genuinely connect with others, so we could be like even more nurtured. And so that's the wild-hearted feeling. And so that's kind of what trickled throughout the album and what started that song.
I love it. It's so important to remember those little things that we love, because sometimes you can just like, all of a sudden it's like you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I haven't done that thing that I love for a week or a month or a year. And I'm feeling so run down. And, you know, I just need to like be in nature, be with my friends and connect. And that's definitely the feeling that I had the first time I heard the song. So thank you for writing
it. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. So Desiree's going to play a few songs for us in just a moment, but I'd love to see if there's any advice you have for people that are on that precipice that want to jump into something. How can they learn to trust that still small voice that you trusted to open up this big door for you?
I think I would bring it back to the theme right now, which in my life, which is the perfection bit, and to know that you will never be perfect. So like the more you put something off in hopes that it'll be perfect so you can share it with the world, you're actually just like, it's not really a thing. Like it will never be perfect. And when I put out my music, it was like I had just learned ukulele. It was like the most raw. I was just my voice.
Serious?
I did not know. Like a few years. Like, and it was like, and I really play super basic stuff. Like if you're like a musician and you see what I'm playing, it's super basic. I have so much learning to do, so much growing, but I decided I'm just going to put it out. And it caught on. And of course I still want to grow and learn and change and like perfect my craft a bit more, but that didn't stop me. And I hope that doesn't stop you and whoever's listening from at least just putting it out there And then also you get feedback. And again, it's that like nice community kind of like, maybe you realize, oh, this like really imperfect thing that I didn't really like is actually something someone loves, which makes me love it more. And so sharing it, just share it when it comes. And it's like, of course there's that time for yourself where you want to just like kind of be in it and it's sacred to you, but then like try not to keep it so to you. If your goal is to let it out to the world eventually, let it out right now.
Yeah, and I love that you notice that positive feedback loop, because sometimes we think like, oh my God, people are going to tear it down, it's not perfect. And then you put it out in the world and actually you get positive feedback on the things that you may have been the hardest on. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I've never really had that perfectionist thing. I think maybe what I do is just beat myself up after I put it out, like mistakenly, but I agree with that. And since it's a Wild Hearts Day, I actually right before this pulled 2 cards from our Wild Heart deck, and I thought they were perfect from what you were talking about. And the first one was Rock Your Crown, and it's very much about having that confidence in yourself to like pull back your shoulders and go full steam ahead, even if you don't think you're ready, but there's something inside of you telling you to go. And the other one is Let That Shit Go, which is perfect. So like let go of the idea that you need perfection, let go of old stories holding you back, let go and go forward. Because lately it's just been like, for me, forward is where your dreams live. They're not in the past. You can keep thinking about that if you want to, but moving forward is really what's going to get you to where you want to be. So I would love to just turn it over to you for a little bit and for you to play some songs for those who are here. For those who are here, just grab a cup of tea and relax and feel the good vibes that Desiree provides. She's amazing. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, I'm going to grab my ukulele and
Perfect.
1 second.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if we talked about how many songs you want me to do. Am I just doing one?
If you could, 2, 3.
2. Great. Yeah, 2 is awesome. Okay, so I thought, why not start with Wild Heart, because we just talked about it.
Perfect.
And I think it's so beautiful that the song connected us. Like I still all the time think about that, how wild that is. And also how much it makes sense. Like it's not even that surprising, but it's still like, oh my God.
I know, but just like energetically and trusting, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach out to her and tell her how much I love this song and how much it means to me. So people,
such a special moment.
Yeah, we should always tell people what we find great and illuminating about them, even if it's like someone you barely know. Like, do it.
Totally, I agree. My bones have been talking to the blood in my veins. My skin has been singing songs of joy and songs of praise. My eyes have been loving deep and loving hard. Seems like a choir keeps chanting. Wild one, claim your heart. W-I-L-D. This is no new news to me, but it might be news to you. I'ma let my wild heart run true. W-I-L-D. This is no new news to me, but it might be news to you. I'ma let my wild heart run true, run true, run true. Wild heart, there's no need to tame, on the go. You're always so busy. There's no time for shame. Wild heart, I've watched you grow. Let go of the story you tell yourself and just show you. Feeling of your toes in the grass, watching as the apple trees grow so fast. I'm reminded of the present and the past. Carry me back to my truth, back to my home. Feeling of your toes in the grass, watching as the children grow up so fast. I'm reminded of the present and the past. Carry me back to my truth, back to my home. Home is where the heart is. The heart is always home. Home is where the heart is. The heart is always home. Home is where the love is. The love is always home. Home is where the heart is. The heart is always, the heart is always home. Trust your wild heart.
I muted myself, but I'm like over here making all kinds of noises. Oh, that was amazing. I know people are going to really resonate with that, and I'm hopeful about all the people who don't know who you are, who this song is really going to affect deeply. So thank you for that. That was really beautiful. I'm just blown away. I'm so lucky. Okay, I'm going to mute myself again.
Okay. So I'm going to do a new song actually, because I feel like it kind of goes with this, and I'm putting out this new single in hopefully June, by the end of June or the beginning of July, and it's called I'm Fine. And I wrote it for those two parts of ourselves, two parts of me. One of them is fear, one of them is love. The fear always tries to tell me not to do things, and it's trying to keep me safe, so I always send that part of me love as well. But the fear is like, you can't do this, you can't do anything. And then love comes in and is like, you can do anything you want, you're so awesome. And they fight, because they're just like trying to keep me safe in their own ways, and they're just like, phew, phew. So that's what the song's called. It's called I'm Fine. I have an issue, I am trying to find some answers in the storybook. I am light, just like a dancer, moving gracefully. But then I seem to get so stuck. There's a door that I cannot seem to open up. I found the lock, I found the key, I found some reasons why. When I'm closest to my dreams, I don't want to try. I found a hammer and some nails, so it's time to play. Step into the wild. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine, just fine. I have this part of me that always tries to keep me safe, another part that seems to sign me up for every race, and both sides they fight. Yeah, they try to show who's best, so now I mediate. I'm always stuck cleaning a mess. I found a broom, the time to sweep. I found some reasons why I throw myself down on the ground when every cell says fly. From way down here, the sky is clear. The ground supports my weight. Step into the wild. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a I'll be just fine. Just fine. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. Hey there, resistance, knocking at the door. I'm gonna head out back, go on and explore. You are persistent. I recall it from the past, but there's intention in my heart, so you can't hold me back. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. There is a part of me that knows it's all in my mind. There is a part of me that knows that I'll be just fine. Just fine. I have an issue, I'm trying to find some answers.
I'm crying. So good. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. I can so relate to that, that girl. Yeah. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do one of my favorite songs, which is called Hey Brother. And I wrote it for my brothers. I have 4 of them. I'm the eldest. And I've just watched them grow up in this world and navigate how to walk the world in a way to keep them safe as Black men. And I wanted them to know, and everyone to know, that they can listen when their heart speaks and that it is not a weakness. And so, yeah, this is Hey Brother. Tell me, brother, can I feel your heart? Tell me, brother, can we start? People high up are planning many things. See the sun in your smile, so they try to clip your wings. Tell me, brother, can you apply to acknowledge your dreams? It's your turn to fly. Tell me, brother, can you apply to acknowledge your dreams? It's your turn to fly. Hey, my brother, why you let them help you kill each other? We should come together, embrace in color. We should come together, work through the struggle. Hey, my brother, can't you see they're pitting us against each other? We should come together, embrace in color. We should come together, work through the struggle. Caught up in the mind game, we live in a trap, forced to believe that there's no going back to a time when we were strong. Our hearts tell a story, reaching through the pain and searching for glory. Rip open the wounds, unsever all the knots, undo all the ties that are serving you not. I see you, my brother, I hold you, my sis. Big up one another. Don't bask in the tricks that society has told us. Always trying to mold us. Never light enough, but then so light that they can hold us. Hold us behind bars or bar up my mind. I'm speaking my truth, 'cause this is the time. This is the time. Listen when your heart speaks. It doesn't make you weak, my brother, to listen when your heart speaks. It doesn't make you weak, my brother. Listen when your heart speaks. It doesn't make you weak, my brother. Listen when your heart speaks. 'Cause it doesn't make you weak. So listen when your heart speaks. 'Cause it doesn't make you weak, my brother. Just listen when your heart speaks. It doesn't make you weak. sweet, my brother. You're beautiful, my brother. You are strong, you do belong. Keep pushing on, my brother. And you are sweet, my brother. And you are soft, my brother. And you are strong, keep pushing on. You do belong, my brother. Hey, hey, my brother.
Thank you so much. I want to call both of my brothers.
I know, I'm going to tell my brother.
You know, yeah, just give them some love.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel when you're singing? How do you feel?
Oh, right now I feel so good. I feel very in it. I feel very present with it, and it happens most of the time. It's like that, and it's very healing for myself to sing and to play in certain spaces, like what we're doing here.
Yeah,
feels like medicine to me.
Nice. So good. Yeah, it's such powerful medicine. And that's why I really wanted to have sound as a part of this symposium, because it's such a big part of my life. And I just remember being a little kid, and like one of my first memories is just listening to a record on repeat, just with those giant headphones.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, my mother is a singer. There was always music being played. So thank you for providing such beautiful music and messages. Like it's all there. You were just like the entire package to me, and I love you so much.
I love you too.
The way that I'm ending this, so I'm asking everyone the same question, and I would love for you to answer this question. And so if you need clarification, feel free to ask.
Okay.
But just the question I'm asking is, what happens when we refuse to play by the rules? Whatever that means to you. That's what I'd love to tune into as a final thought.
What happens when we refuse to play by the rules? Well, I'm going to speak from like an I point of view. And I think when I refuse to play by the rules, I start to learn what my own are, and learn what my boundaries are, and learn what feels good for me. And I make my own. And then I can do the things I love. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And I love that question. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that is also an overarching theme of this. I just want people to be able to take little pieces of life and really not think that we have to pick off the menu and like do things the way that we've been told, you know, that we do get to break the rules, that we do get to pick what's right for us in our hearts. And I love that thought about learning what's right for us, really, like tuning into that. And that's a natural outpouring of like breaking the rules. You get to know what works for you. You get to create boundaries around that. So thank you for that lovely answer.
Yeah, thank you.
So can you tell people how to find you? All the information's below, but I'd love just to hear if you're working on anything, if you're excited about anything, and where people can find you.
Yeah, I'm working on a lot. I'm really excited. I feel like the summer and the fall are going to just be like, you're going to get bombarded with music if that's what you want.
Yes.
So following me would be great. Instagram and Facebook are kind of where I put my main stuff, but my website, I have updates on there. So Desirée Dawson Official is Instagram and Facebook. So definitely follow me there. And then I'm on iTunes and Spotify and Google Play. It's Desirée Dawson. And the album I have out now is Wild Heart. But I also do a lot of side projects with different producers. So you can find me with doing like lots of pop music, lots of like EDM. If you put Desirée Dawson, you'll just find like a bunch of stuff. But what I have coming up is Hey Brother has a music video coming out with a new version of the recording. I have I'm Fine coming out. I have a bunch of new songs. So, and collaborations with people. So yeah, DesireeDawsonMusic.com or Desirée Dawson Official on Instagram or Facebook.
Nice. You must find her and follow along. And thank you so much for the beautiful music and for hearing a little bit about your story. And until next time, thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.